Better stay inside because bear sightings are on the rise. If you've seen one, you're not alone. Many more people have, and we'll discuss why here with Dr. Cliff Redford, a veterinarian. It's Vet Life. That's the name of his podcast. It's Vet Talk or Pet Talk. Great.
You still haven't figured it out.
Yeah, I get confused. Cliff, welcome in.
Thank you. I think we have figured it out. I think that's the name of this segment.
Vet Talk or
Pet Talk.
Vet Talk or Pet Talk. You are a vet. We talk about animal issues. You are a pet. We talk about pet issues. Perfect.
Sure.
There is a article that I'm reading that academics wrote, provided by Northwestern University in the U.S. about bear sightings.
Yeah, there's a lot, and we're talking about the animals here. We're talking about the black bears and
it's a real
brown
90s joke right there. Yeah. There you go. I know. I didn't mean in the gayborhood. I meant the animal. Yeah. No,
that's right. Though I mean, wild bears are also welcome in the gay neighborhood. Well, are they? They're not really welcome anywhere, and that's the problem. Is we're having interactions, a lot more interactions, all around the world with bears and people. So this article started out telling a little story, as any good article does, to catch people's interest. And it told the story of this woman, Kim Ring, who moved into this beautiful dream home in rural Massachusetts in 2022. She had a chicken coop. She was trying to live sort of off the grid. And then she came out one day and her chicken coop was flattened, in her words, and there were feathers everywhere. It was a chicken carnage scene, and she did some searching around with her kids, which, could have ended up pretty bad. And she ended up finding a mama bear and two cubs up a tree. Mama bears, whenever they're in the media, always seem to have two cubs. It's always the case. And yes, mama bear was chowing down on one of her chickens.
Was it a chicken coop or was it a bear buffet? Is there a difference?
There isn't in Massachusetts. Good comment there, David. That's the whole point. So in the last 5 years in North America, bear encounters with people have something like, it's not doubled, it's not quadrupled. What is it when it's three times?
Tripled, that's the one.
Tripled.
Yeah, that's the one.
Tripled is also welcome in any neighborhood. A little thruple every once in a while. So it's tripled, and they're starting to say, they're starting to ask why. In Japan, in 2025, they had a record 235 attacks.
Whoa.
From bears on people, 13 people killed.
It was so bad that the U.S. Embassy in Japan issued a travel alert to travelers coming from the U.S. about bear encounters, on the official embassy website. That's how bad it got.
There's a lot of people that travel to, disaster zones and war zones and they sort of vacation. What's that called?
I don't know, extreme vacationing?
Something like that.
Tripled? Is it called tripled?
They're yeah, it's not called tripled. I wonder if, when people hear about, hey, there's a travel warning to Japan because of bear attacks, if some of these people are like, sweet, let's go see what's going on with the bears. But they basically said, why is this happening? And the reality is the bear population, especially in North America, has exploded. In Massachusetts alone, 50 years ago, there were only 100 bears. Now there's 4,500.
Is it because people used to hunt them and kill them, and now they're a little more protected?
Don't. Yeah, they're quite protected, and there's quite a lot of bear hunts that have been canceled over the years. So I think that is a big part. They didn't talk about that in the article, because unfortunately it's not. It kind of gets people upset. And I mean, I'm a veterinarian. Sort of, I'm pretty sure. And I like animals, definitely. But I don't not support, that's two negatives. I still support and understand hunting, especially for animals that are not, obviously for animals that are not endangered. And if done correctly, hunting does control the animal population.
Yeah, following state, provincial guidelines, permits, making sure the numbers don't get culled too much. Like that. Fine. I mean, I wouldn't do it personally. I'm not going to murder an animal, but the fact that hunters go out and do, fine, I can go to bed at night.
Right, but there's been, across North America over the last decade or so, there's been a lot of bear hunts that have been canceled. And politicians are putting it on the ballot for city folk to vote on when it's not city folk that have to worry about it. It's the rural folk that have these sort of bear encounters. The other issue, though, is that bears have recognized that while they're natural food sources, primarily like acorns, nuts, and berries, have decreased. Their unnatural food sources, like chickens and chicken coops and garbage and whatever,
Delicious.
have increased. And also crop yields have increased significantly around North America, partially because of massive farming, the need for more crops. Global warming is allowing for a higher crop yield in a lot of areas. And so these bears are basically following where the food is. And
There's more of us. We have more farms. Our technology around food is getting better, and less bears are being hunted. It's the perfect storm.
Perfect Storm. That's going to be the next Michael Bay movie, I believe.
Perfect Bear Storm.
Perfect Bear Storm.
It'll be set in the Castro neighborhood in San Francisco, or on Church Street in Toronto.
Instead of Sharknado, it'll be Barricane.
Now, is this like our problem, or is it the bears' problem? Because I think in some ways it's kind of our problem. They are nature. They are doing their thing. Like, what would you do in this situation?
Well,
How would you fix this bear problem?
Is our problem. The bears seem to be doing great in Massachusetts. They've gone up 45-fold in 50 years. The problem is these encounters hurt people, hurt animals, obviously then therefore hurt the bears. And they talk about, well, if you see a bear, get as large as possible, stand your ground, make a lot of noise, do not run. But that's still not solving the problem that these encounters are becoming more frequent.
It just might prevent you from getting hurt in that individual encounter. Should we all be carrying bear spray? Like I hear up in Alaska and in the Northwest Territories and stuff, people walk around with like guns and stuff on their hip just to make sure that if there's a bear while they're hiking, they can,
Yeah, because honestly, the bear sprays, they're not as effective as people think they are. And, when I used to do adventure racing, which is like eco-challenge stuff, we would have to have bells on our vests, because the bells would ding-a-ling, and then the bears would hear us and leave us alone because they didn't want to be surprised. The reality, this is controversial on
hot take,
show.
Incoming hot take.
We may need to bring back the bear hunt.
Oh boy.
You know what I think we need to do is we need to stop listening to politicians who are catering to a large group of people and making these votes and these policies that are affecting rural communities, but they're asking city folk about what's going on and what their decisions are. They need to just talk to the wildlife experts, which isn't me. I'm not a conservationist. I take care of the bear after somebody accidentally clips it with their car or shoots it, or mama bear dies and then the twin cubs, she always seems to have twin cubs, needs to be taken care of. But you need to let the experts make these decisions and take out sort of the Disney beautification of these species, these animals, and stop thinking that the bear is a teddy bear. The bear is not a teddy bear. The bear is a wild animal. There needs to be conservation, which is going to protect us and also protect the bear.
Is there something to be said for raccoons or coyotes? Some people call them coyotes. It's not a unique bear problem, wildlife and humans interacting.
Yeah, I mean, in Toronto and a lot of the other cities across Canada, coyotes have flourished. They're attacking dogs, especially dogs that are off leash. And it's a similar problem that we've encroached into their space. We've taken away some of their space. Food is made available. They're becoming less afraid of people. In Toronto, they're hiring professional coyote hazing companies.
Ooh, coyote hazing. Maybe I should go work for something like that.
Scare them off. But
that's how I would do it. I'm here with Dr. Cliff Redford. It is Vet Talk. It is Pet Talk. I cut him off, and I'm aware that I've done that. But we're coming back after the break talking about a new study that looks at veterinarians in the UK and in Japan, and animal welfare scientists and how they view animals. Kind of an interesting study. We'll cover it when we get back.